Hey guys, Darren here with a box review of 1991 Stadium Club hockey. I actually got two boxes. So I opened a box. John Casey is on the really messed up box, and then I've got Bill Ranford is the card on top of the better condition box. The reason I opened this, I actually have a complete set that I bought separately. It's in a box. It's not in a binder, but I figured I liked the idea of putting one into a binder as well, but I also needed to get a box for the images on top. And so this was a great opportunity for me to experience opening these packs. And the thing about 1991 Stadium Club is the fact that with Stadium Club, this card design, Topps was trying to make a leap forward that they weren't really equipped to do. Because, okay, they made a semi-gloss card, they put the gold foil on, they did a full bleed, they did all of that stuff, and that's great. I'm glad that they did that, but they didn't understand how to make an image bleed card because the images are just too busy. The player doesn't really stand out very well, and the quality of the images is pretty mediocre. So when I look at this card, it reminds me of 88 Score. It was a bold move. They certainly did have the right intent when they were putting it together. They just didn't know how to approach it yet. And the card backs are just lousy. I mean, the one thing I've liked about this is for football, hockey, and baseball, I've always liked that the Topps rookie card is on here. When they did it in '92 with basketball, that was so stupid. But here, having the rookie card on the card, I have always really liked that. And I do want to note, before I continue on, that the checklists for Stadium Club are all a very, very bold design approach that I like the idea of it, but the art approach or the artistic presentation, these checklists have always bothered me. If you're going to go to all the trouble of making a really high-end set, at least make the checklist look good. But the card set, for this did a great job of showing just how behind the times Topps was in 1991, where they just didn't get this whole modern card manufacturing thing. Whether it was the craftsmanship or the design approach, they would have to make a lot of changes, which they would over the next couple of years. So it's not, as you can pick up, it's not really the kind of set that, or kind of card set that I want to necessarily pursue, because there's nothing really aesthetic about it. They don't do anything that has the team feel for it. And you can see right here with this card, I mean, you can hardly even see him. There's so much going on in these cards. It's way too busy. And so as you flip through the cards, I don't see the player. You know, here we have Chris, where the lower portion stands out and his head is gone. You can't even tell where his helmet ends because of everything in the background. And so the reason I wanted to, okay, this is a really good one, but the reason that I wanted to pursue this was I wanted to get a feel for what it was like actually opening packs, which I haven't done for Stadium Club, 91 Stadium Club, since what, 92, 93, something like that. And it was an okay process, but I was already in the mindset of set building right from the outset. There was nothing about the pursuit that really inspired me. I got within one card of the set, so Finn is the player I'm missing. So one card missing out of an entire set out of two boxes. I'm good with that. And there are almost the same number of doubles as cards in the set. And I got doubles of Wayne Gretzky. I got two Patrick Waz. I got Jaromir Jagr. I got Mike Richter and Sergei Fedorov. I got Ray Bourque. I got two Robin Demores. I got Mario Lemieux. Here's a great example. Which one is Mario? It's wow, yeah. I got a Steve Yzerman, and I got three Brett Hulls. These were all just doubles out of the box. But one thing I've got to note is I didn't separate the two boxes out. I wanted to go ahead and see how one set would come out of the boxes. But one of the two boxes, the cards almost completely fell apart, or fell the cards almost completely fell separate from each other. There was almost no sticking. The other box was a tenuous time opening pack after pack after pack, and they stuck together pretty bad. And there are a lot of cards that have some abrasion marks on them, that most of the cards that I put into the set to pull out were in pretty good shape. But like right here with Scott Young, there's a bit of an abrasion mark on the top corner. And then so here with Mike Ridley, there's some more abrasion marks. And the really bad ones, I didn't even bother with including in the set. And so one really good example is the really bad ones I've thrown out. In fact, the cards I have in here are all destroyed cards. So with Robert Cron, you've got a whole bunch of just stuff on it, which overall isn't that bad. The fact that I was able to pretty much get one clean, complete set. There are a few cards in here that I wouldn't be proud of, but putting them in a binder, I don't mind that. So these are not cards for resale, but some of these cards do have some abrasion marks, but it wasn't as bad as it could otherwise be. I would say the number of cards that got destroyed in here were probably about 40 to 50 cards. And again, that's out of one box. The other box was fine. And along with that, there were a lot of cards that were borderline, where the reason I put them into here was I just wanted to see how close I could get to a set and then choose the best card between them, which is what this is. These are all the best cards. And I don't have an issue with it, but it is one of those things where I don't know how bad these boxes can get, because they don't have a high gloss. They have a closer to a semi-gloss surface. So I was not surprised that there was some bricking, and I was also not surprised that there wasn't a lot of bricking, but I don't know how consistent that would be. These should be cheap boxes, which they tend to be, and they should be pretty easy to go through. And overall, as far as the experience goes, I was perfectly fine with it. But once again, the images were not inspiring. They didn't yet know how to make a card set with no border. It's all about image selection and image presentation, and they didn't have that down yet. So it would take a while. And that's kind of how things went. So I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad it was not all that expensive, and I'm glad that I basically got one complete set out of it, and I got doubles of just about everybody who matters. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. So thank you guys for watching.